Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Tyranny. Let's start this one with a missive from Meothis. My dear Fatebinder, it's a poorly kept secret that Blindenmark's job is more about killing threats before they become a problem. Official executions are really the minority of his duties. As I understand it, Kairos has long used Blindenmark as a preventative measure, since he can move about the world rather freely, and he can evade all but the most absurd powers. He's the perfect predator to sin against wild talents. I'm sure few in the tiers have ever actively wondered why there have been seemingly so few Archons born in this far west. I'm sure folks with the potential to be Archons have occurred in the tiers time and time again, but they're usually cut down by Mark before the world hears of them. It's likely safe to assume Blended Mark has his eye on you and has orders to use his own judgment as to when to strike. I've known the old man for ages, and I'd strongly encourage you not to try to appeal to him with overt displays of loyalty. He has no stomach for sycophants. Sycophants? Fence? Sycophants? Or sycophants. Anyway, I think that's like a person who, like a kiss ass. I sincerely believe he thinks every human being is a selfish, twisted knave, and there are those who are lying about it, and those that accept what they are. No third type exists. So yes, I do think Blindenmark will one day have to come for you. As I said, you could always hide or end your life now. But where you're headed, conflict is likely inevitable. Well, that's reassuring. Dear Meothis, I appreciate the insight and I'm honored by your vote of confidence. Your missive made mention of Graven Ash and how you've known of him since before he wore the title Archon of War. Can you tell me more of what you observed of his rise to power? If I am indeed an Archon, it's safe to say I wasn't born knowing what I can or can't do. And it stands to reason I might learn something from the stories of the other Archons. So, Blendon may be in our future. Great. Great. Besides the accurate, this is actually worse. So technically it does have more accuracy with accurate, but has more recovery. But it does look cool. He's a murderer. Right, I haven't had like any of these people. Great camping supplies? Okay, sure. Battlefield scavenger with unique items for sale. A smith who regularly produces weapons. Sure, we'll hire all those. And let's see if we can actually upgrade the weapon or the helm we just got. Maybe make it a little better. So we can improve the accuracy by 3, recovery by... Okay, cool. We need... 4 hide. Crap. Need all this hide. Even with this heavy armor, this will make her more durable and still only 2.1 second character recovery time. I think I'm okay with this. Oh, right. Also, we have this. Plus 15 to tide casting. I forgot about that. I've been keeping it safe for her. Oh, this at least gives her additional accuracy. With no additional penalties. Okay, and what if I were... Ooh. Do we have any... This is hide as well. sure. You are now in a masterwork unbroken armor. Way to go. You have higher armor than I do. Actually, than any of us does. Alright, that's enough of this place. Let us continue. Okay. Warm welcome here, I am sure. Received another missive. Tokshen, this is the sort of question that can get you killed. Very little is known about how Archons are born or come into power, and my long life has taught me that Kairos and the Archons prefer it this way. If the young and talented remain forever in the dark, the old and mighty can rule without challenge. I heard of Ash, he will always be merely Ash to me, before Kairos renamed him and gave his legion that backhanded title, as a rebel, a grimy, illiterate partisan who was winning battles while his countrymen of the Northern Kingdom lost left and right. Ash was always a... Why is that like blinking in and out now? Ash was always a good leader, but he wasn't born able to mystically reach out and protect his soldiers. The earliest mention of isn't even until the tail end of the Northern Conquest. And if you read the journals, they don't tell stories of grievous harm warded off by Ash's stern looks. Instead, they talk of his soldiers finding their fears and doubts lifted from them by Ash's presence. A careful reading suggests the ability to actively protect physical harm came years later, as that bond grew, and more importantly, as his legend grew. That legend part is the key detail. In my understanding, an Archon's power is something of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The widespread perception of an Archon's power is the very thing that strengthens an Archon's power. So in Ash's case, he had some early inkling of power, the ability to, again this word, assuage the burdens of his men, and as he took on a mantle of power and became known all around Tyrantus as the next Archon of War, it soon became the ability to bear the physical burdens of his men, not just their fears and doubts. Thus my advice to you is to act like an Archon. Take power where you can find it, foster fear, foster love. Never walk through life anonymously, but rather live in the thoughts of your followers and the anxieties of your enemies. Okay. Visit the forge. As you approach the entrance to Lethians Crossing, you see two figures talking intently with each other. The woman points north as she talks. I don't know if we can afford to stay here. The region's too unstable and our business is suffering because of it. And if I have to pay one more toll or hand over more guard money, I won't have two rings to rub together. But where will we go? There isn't a single place in the tiers that's safe. Maybe we should go to Sentinel Stand Keep. Rumor is the storms there have died down. How about... Well, that's true. The woman stops speaking when she sees you. Fatebinder, you grace us with your presence. She bows and smacks her assistant on the back of the head. After a moment, the young man bows too. Seems to be the issue here. Other than my desire to lead this town before its leaders cause it to collapse in on itself? Well, Fatebinder, I'm not one to speak ill of Kairos' men, but the disfavored currently control Lethians Crossing, and I'm not sure they're entirely qualified. Okay. They keep a very stern watch over everything. No one I know is happy having them around. Now, I wouldn't normally say it, but I'd wager my last ring the Scarlet Chorus might even be better. That's... No, I don't think you're... If you're certain you need to deal with him, the current disfavored leader in town is Vintara. She leans in, lowering her voice. However, if you need to speak to someone, I suggest you find Eldian. He's the true leader of this town. Fair, knowledgeable, and very level-headed. She points to the east, beyond the river flowing through town. Both of them can't be found over there. Vintara likes being outside so she can maintain control of everything that's happening. Eldian is probably in his house, near where Vintara's stomping around. And who are you? I'm simply a humble merchant and certainly of no consequence. My assistant and I were just trying to determine where we should go next. Conducting business in the Lethians Crossing has become a little too volatile for my liking. What is there to say? Lethians Crossing was just coming into its own, the center of commerce for the Tiers, frequented by merchants from all over. She sighs and looks around. With the recent unpleasant events, trade has all but dried up around here. We're lucky to get business at all. With the new toll being enforced on the road to town, it's a wonder anyone comes here anymore. Could you tell me anything about this seal? What? What seal? I don't remember the seal she's talking about. That we found at Vendrian's well? I don't remember. My pleasure, Fate Binder. Good luck in your endeavors, and may you always have a ring within reach. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Sorry, I can't. Got it.
Hide. We actually have a couple sigils that I haven't really done much with. To a force or atrophy spell. Rooted and dazed. Hold on. Hey, we can do this one now. Add more projectiles to that. We'll give that a shot. Oh, it's too high for you. Okay. Hello, disfavored. Pleasure seeing all of you here. And you know the law. These products are contraband. You are not allowed to bring them into or sell them in Lethians Crossing. Fatebinder, your assistance, please. I need your help before this brute takes my belongings. Alright. It's robbery. That's the issue here. This soldier stopped me and is going to confiscate my goods. I need you to adjudicate. You know the situation is not that simple, Lawrence, but if you wish to petition for the adjudication, I will present my case. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm the enforcer of the Archon of Justice. Is this what you want? He is attempting to bring goods and obtained from illegal sources. We do not allow chorus-brought products to be sold in Lethians Crossing. This policy is well known. He should not be surprised that we are taking his goods. And what is your grievance? We merely wish to sell these items here in town. The goods themselves are not against the law, and there is nothing wrong with them. But Aelus is trying to confiscate them. Purchase and sale of items from both the Bronze Brotherhood and Scarlet Chorus are illegal. The law is the law. Just because someone doesn't agree with the law doesn't mean they can ignore it. That's a good point. Where we got them is of no consequence. The goods themselves are not illegal and are needed in the Lethians Crossing. The petty feud between the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus has no bearing on this transaction. I mean, that's the thing, like, it seems like the Disfavored have their own laws that they're making up, but, like, what would the, like, Kairos' law say about this? These goods can benefit the people of the Lethians Crossing, and it would be a waste to destroy them. These goods were obtained through illegal means. They should be confiscated. They are breaking the law. Everything else is irrelevant. I like this option. This person broke the law, but if they're needed, then sure. Aw, they're both upset. We agreed to stand by the decision, Lauren, and so we shall. The Fatebinder has spoken. Move along. It is a shame that such blatant disregard of the law is allowed, but I swore to stand by your ruling, so be it, Fatebinder. Hey, man. I'm a little... Oh, he just kind of skated off. The thing, I don't know. Because, again, it seems like the Scarlet Chorus and the Disfavored have their own, like, internal laws, but then Kairos' law should be above that. But I don't know what Kairos' law is in this situation. So I'm just like, let's just go with this. This seems like an even thing. Good day, my fine friend. Could I interest you in all manner of provisions? Let's ask about the seal that I don't remember about. I don't recognize it, but one of the other merchants here might. Between us all, there is someone who has seen it in their travels. Okay, you got some stuff. I'm gonna sell you some stuff. There you go. Let's talk to all of these people. Can't say I recognize it, but I don't really get into affairs outside of the Lethians Crossing unless I have to. Harkachan Bronze Might, though. Okay, thank you. Greetings and salutations. The jolly merchant greets you with a smile and a clap on the shoulder. On the shoulder. And welcome to the Lethians Crossing, home of the best merchant in the entirety of the tiers. That would be me. And you are the Fatebinder. I would recognize you anywhere. And with a list of D's as long as yours, I'd be surprised if there was anyone left in the tiers who didn't. You entered the Edict of Storms at Sentinel Stand Keep, didn't you? Now that's a tale people would be telling for years to come. I have been a merchant far more years than I care to think, and in all that time I have never heard people tell stories about someone like they do about you. Let's take a look, shall we? Takes the seal and turns it over. When he spots the insignia, he quickly deposits it back in your hand and wipes his palms clean. Where did you get that? It came from a merchant caravan that was ransacked. Suspected as much. So far off the normal trading routes, but why there? Why then and why now? He refocuses on you and nods. Of course. The sigil belongs to the Hand-Over Quill Merchant Company. His lips tighten to form a violent pucker. They were once a powerful trade organization that, well, let's just say that you didn't want to get between them and a contract. What with Tunan's new laws in the bastard city, the Quill slunk into the shadows of Kairos' authority, trying to keep a lower profile. If you're involved in any of their dealings, stay far away. A shipment of iron and weapons went missing. It was found with this seal in a house of... Oh, okay. Yes. Suspicious, I agree, but war always has its little problems. It doesn't add up. Now, if we can return to the subject of my wares... The weapons were meant for the disfavored, and the Vendrian Guard suddenly had iron weapons. The Vendrian Guard? Well, this changes things, I suppose. First things first. This will come at a price. If something unfortunate took place and my connections were traced back to me, the consequences would be... costly. You're trying to shake down a Fatebinder. Have you considered that shaking me down could be even more costly? He studies you a moment before his posture deflates. No, I suppose not. You can make my life far more difficult in the long run, can't you? If you breathe a word of this to anyone, I will denounce you for the liar that you are, but... He looks around to make sure there are no settlers close enough to overhear what is being said. I received instructions from Fifth Eye to use Hand-Over Quill to deliver iron weapons to Vendrian's Well Citadel. I don't question my orders, I just follow through. I don't know anything else, and that's the truth. So you work for, good old Voices, huh? What you wears? Huh, nice wares. Now we're gonna put you into chains, and you will be tried. Sigil of illusion. Sigil of fire. Wait, don't... Yeah, we already know this one. But we don't know fire. The sigil of bleeding. We already have the sigil of rooting. 10% will defense. Reflect 20% of incoming hostile spells back to their casters. Subterfuge. I'll take this stuff. I can't even learn that one. Fire. Searing Palm. They will burn. Fireball. Flash Fire. Twisting Flame. Okay. Well, I mean, Fireball is like a pretty cool thing. Let's replace the rock stuff. Hey, it's a puppy. Okay, nothing. What's this? Welcome to Lethians Mistress, my lord. Please come in and enjoy. Oh. Well, hello, everybody. What a pleasure it is to see you in my establishment, Fatebinder. It is always an honor to entertain someone of your standing. Like, do I have just a, I don't know, like a mark on me or something? A necklace that says, you know, in giant, like, gold, a giant gold necklace that says Fatebinder with, like, diamonds encrusted on it? Like, why does everybody know? Everyone's like, oh, you're the Fatebinder. Like, you must have saw my giant fucking Fatebinder necklace. It's hard to miss. Anyway. It is always an honor to entertain some of your standing at Lethian's Mistress. If you have a need of entertainment or company for a short time, then we look forward to fulfilling those needs. Tell me more about your establishment. Lethian's Mistress started as a safe place for people to come and drink in secret, but eventually it evolved into a gathering place for drinking and... Her eyes twinkle as she considers her words. It evolved into a gathering place where drinking and fornication were both common activities. Everyone needs a way to relax, and I provide one for them. Okay, what brought you here? I was one of Lethian's mistresses, of course, and where Lethian went, so did I. She was very adventurous and not really the type to settle down. I may not have gotten all of her attention, but I did end up with a nice business, and I've been very comfortable. And if I had to share her with various men and women around town, I was willing to be generous with her time. Plenty to eat and drink if your desires include those of a less carnal nature. And how much do you charge? Price for entertainers is 100 rings for the night. If you would like specifics, please speak to the one you'd like to hire, and they can tell you about themselves and what they're particularly good at. But each one of my beauties will give you your ring's worth, I guarantee. I mean, I guess we should try that, right? What? Let's see. Zodica. I guess maybe we should talk to them first. Zodica. The young woman smiles, her eyes widening with innocence. Welcome to Lethian's Mistress, Fatebinder, she says, blushing lightly. My name is Zodica. She giggles. Are you here to teach me the ways of the world? Is that what we're calling it now? Tell me about yourself. Face blushes bright red as she turns her head, covering her mouth with her hand. Me? She asks quietly, her voice shy. Why do you want to know about me? I'm a simple girl. I know nothing of this world or my place in it. She looks into your eyes. Are you here to teach me? Okay. What can you offer? If you would spend time with me, I will play Novice Sage in the Burning Library. She steps closer, her breasts brushing lightly against you. I'm lost in here, Fatebinder. If I don't behave, I will be punished. She exhales lightly and looks around. Do I need to be punished? Oh, fucking video games. Do you need to be punished? I don't know. Good day to you, traveler. My name is Timo. The dancer greets you, or Timo? Slowly while gyrating her hips suggestively at your approach. Her eyes flash brightly and she smiles, moving her hands in a welcoming gesture. Are you in need of a companion? Dips her head demurely and looks at you coyly. The past has no interest for me. She speaks in a calming, dulcet tone. I'd like to think about here. She points to a spot between her breasts and slowly traces her finger down the front of her body. Now. You know what? She's up front. No games. That's kind of like what my character is. Mouth widens to a smile and she puts a hand demurely to her lips. She leans forward, motioning with her other hand for you to move in closer. I will perform the Oathbreaker for you. Oh, shit. She whispers the words, the heat of her breath caressing your ear. I could make a sage give up his books if I wanted. Okay. I don't really have any plans of sleeping with these two dudes, but we can still talk to them. Welcome! Welcome to the Lethians Mistress. The large man flexes his enormous biceps. His charcoal skin glistens in the light. What can Lorid do for you? Do you need company? My life story? Sorry to say that it's short and boring. I had a happy childhood. Nothing bad ever happened. I grew up to be big and strong and never had any health issues. I approached Mistress Sophia about a job because I like what and who I get to do here. Alright. Everything and more. Lord lets out a hearty laugh. But my speciality is the Vendrian swell. Let your imagination run wild, and it's even better than that. The fuck? What is a Vendrian swell? What? Actually, okay. Golem. Golem? Precious. Good evening. The tall, thin man smiles at your approach, and welcome to the Lethians Mistress. My name is Golem, and it would do me no end of pleasure to serve you today. Tell me about yourself. There's not much to say. I am from the north and was traveling with a performing troupe when we were beset by bandits near the Lethians Crossing. I was injured and lost consciousness, and when I came to, Mistress Sophia was nursing my wounds. The rest of the troop died in the fight, and I had nowhere to go, so the mistress offered me a position. She knew my performing skills would come in handy. It's the best job I ever had. If you want the ground to move and feel the walls tumbling down, I'm the man for you. I will give you the Earth Shaker's Delight, and trust me, you will never want to hire another performer again. Earth Shaker's Delight. These names are great. Okay. Anyone else to speak to here? Oh, there's just this exquisite bronze axe in here. The hell?
On it.
Alright. Let's go with Timo. Enjoy yourself, Fatebinder. I think you'll be quite satisfied with my beauties. The forge sound? That's their... Okay. The Oathbreaker. Lethians Mistress Wrestling bonus. +2 might and +2 control vigor. Great. Sex bonus. Excellent. I was hoping that it would be... When I heard the forge, like the iron against... metal against metal, I was hoping it would get faster and faster. That's what I was hoping it would do, but they didn't go there. And it's just some loud explosion or something. Something ridiculous. Oathbreaker special. There should have been an option to, like, have your entire party stay the night. A lot of merchants. Heavy leather armor. Yeah, actually, I think I will take that. Oh, right. I'll take 2. Take that. Alright, trade. Cool. Oh, do I want to use this? Additional recovery time. No, I don't think I do. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just taking some stuff. Bring this time to... Oh, cool.
That wasn't so hard. Can't do that.
Oh, you must be the leader here. Good day to you, Feybinder. The soldier gives you a brief salute, then she stands at attention. My name is Ventara. Welcome to Lethians Crossing. What can I help you with? Do you know when the Forge-bound master is arriving? My duty is to protect the Forge-bound who are here, not watch for the arrival of anyone new. I've given the task to Eldian to handle. It keeps him busy enough that he generally leaves me to do my duty in peace. Plus, it makes him feel more important than he actually is. If you want to know more about her arrival, speak with him. He went to the forge to prepare. She points to the tier above you. It's on the next tier up, almost directly behind us. What is happening here? Our current orders are to garrison Lethians Crossing. We are to secure the safety of the Forge-bound, the sanctity of Kairos' laws, and the well-being of the settlers. And we're dealing with a gang of Free City mercenaries we need to club back to setting sun. Well, that's not the official order, but you get the idea. There is a small matter of a thief in town, but I will not bother you with such trifles right now. I'm sure my soldiers can handle it. That was a quicker conversation than I was expecting. So the forge is, back behind her, but what is this place? Yeah, some camping supplies, just kind of mixed in with some bed sheets. Okay. Makes sense. I wonder if you have to come into this house later for some quest or something. because that's very random to just, because there's not many places you can really enter in this game. Up we go. Hello.
Sorry, I can't.
Let's go in here. Hello. Don't mind me, I just kind of barged in here. Gonna steal from you. A bright-faced woman greets you as you approach. Welcome to the Lethians Crossing, Wanderer. My name is Phaedra, and this is my beautiful wife, Dea. She indicates the stone-faced blonde woman standing next to her, who holds up her hand in a quick greeting. What brings you to town? Is there anything I can help you with? Okay, what can you tell me? I lived here most of my life, but honestly I'm not sure there's much to say. We're a center for trade and a waypoint for travelers. The walls are a little scary, but you get used to them over time. What about you, dear? Dea shrugs, her expression never changing. What is there to say? The town is alright, but living under the thumb of an occupying force makes it hard to truly relax. Phaedra puts her hand on Dea's shoulder and Dea sighs. Sorry we couldn't be more help. Several years before Kairos' invasion, I moved away from Lethians Crossing. Being the granddaughter of Lethian came with a responsibility I wasn't ready for. I met Dea in the Bastard City and decided to stay for a while. We were living in the Bastard City when we heard about Kairos' forces moving to the Tiers, so we took that as our motivation to move. And I think we got out of there at just the right time. We traveled a bit with a couple of caravans, but nothing really seemed like home until I returned to Lethians Crossing. You never realize how much you can miss a place until you've been away for a while. She wraps her arms around Dea and squeezes. But I could live anywhere as long as this one is with me. It's true that trade hasn't been as vibrant here recently, but I'm sure it's simply a temporary setback. The merchants will sing and dance for you, trying to convince you their suppliers are unaffected, but everyone is feeling it. I have faith the world will set itself right soon enough. People call me a fool, but I don't see the benefit in bemoaning your fate. You take what life hands you and make it work. Huh, you're Lethian's granddaughter. One of many, I suspect, but I'm the only one anyone knows about. And before you ask, no, Eldine is not my father. Maybe you haven't heard, but my grandmother wasn't exactly the settling down type. I don't have an issue with them. Their curfew may be a bit strict, and it gets hard to keep track of every rule they invent and all the regulations they've enacted. Otherwise, they've left us alone to live our lives. Anything is better than having the Brotherhood, Dea claims. Give me 100 rules for every Brotherhood member driven from this town. Huh, okay. If you need anything else, let me know. An actual, like, happy couple that we're not going to murder viciously. That seems pretty rare in this game. There's not much happiness in this game. I don't know, maybe there'll be a quest later, like, you must kill one or the other. And I'll be like, no! The only happiness in the game. I've smothered it. Oh, no, I've smothered it. Oh, it's too early. Too early to say anything about smothering. Oh, God, that poor baby. And then Barrick's like, nah, it's cool, man. She would have wanted this. Mother Barrick, don't even... Svanson enthusiastically strikes an anvil. He notices your approach and stops the middle of what he was doing, staring at you with a cold, dead resentment. If it isn't the Fatebinder, just Agitator, and harbinger of my slow and undesirable death. He chose to enslave this forge-bound as a punishment for leaving the Mage Guild and taking his secrets. Oh, you. The forge-bound merchant overhears Fonson and turns towards you. Ah, Fatebinder. He moves Fonson aside, only managing a dissatisfied groan. I cannot thank you enough for assisting our production of weapons and armor by supplying us with such reliable labor. He turns back to Sfonson and gives him a hearty slap on the back that is received with a strained grin. Without Sfonson here, we would have stayed behind schedule. The forge master gets back to his work and Sfonson begins to shamble back to the anvil before noticing you haven't left yet. Surely there can't be more you want from me. Are you a forge bound? Not by choice. I don't understand how you can spend all day talking about ore deposits. Ore deposits? Where are your tattoos? I'm told you earned them based off your time spent in the forge, but since I'm considered a traitor, I forfeit my chances of being a master. Not that I had any ambitions of making weapons I'm not allowed to use. Good question. Your sudden curiosity in my life is charming. I joined for the same reason anyone does. Your options quickly vanish once Kairos conquers the land. Okay. Clearly that gentleman is very happy. Welcome, friend. Oh, that's just the merchant. Okay. Whoa, forge-bound hammer. Huh. Sigil of volcanic weapon. Accent. Grab it. Causes a material force spell to grant burning strike that damages targets in a line. Causes a material force. And apparently we got to level up on verse for that. Alright, we probably should just get this one. So it was it channeled, what, was it directed force for that? No. Material force spells. I don't actually have the expression of material force. Although I guess, wait, I mean, we have a sigil of force. No, it wasn't that. Okay, well. Oh man, I didn't even realize we could rename these. Oh shit. Well. Interesting. Okay.
Right.
Alright, well I think we're going to end it here, everybody. And it looks like we're going to be able to talk to Eldrian in there? I'm guessing that's where he is? Maybe up here. I'm not sure. We'll see you all next time. Take care.